Hello everyone, my name is Zane. Quarantine is driving me so mad to the point I'm washing my hands 24/7 to the point where my hands are now covered in wrinkles everywhere. And welcome to the Useless Podcast. Today, we have a very special guest. It's someone that I know personally. Some of you guys may know him. We don't know. I don't know how everyone functions online today, especially with this whole pandemic going on right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Quinn. How was your day today?
Hi. I'm good. I'm okay.
It's going good so far?
Yeah.
Okay. So, now that that awkward intro is out of the way, I'm going to dive right into questions, if that is okay with you.
Call me out, why don't you?
No. I wasn't saying that your intro was awkward. I was saying my intro was awkward.
I mean, both of our intros were pretty awkward.
What the problem was I didn't know. I was trying to find a formal way to introduce you, but I couldn't find out, so I was just like, I'll just roll with whatever comes out of my mouth.
That's valid.
Anyways, let's dive into the questions, shall we?
We shall.
So, the first part of the podcast, the first, part of the session, I'm going to be, asking you a couple questions in regards to, your character, Quinn, on the Charles series on my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, on my YouTube channel, some of my videos insisted of a character named Charles, who was joined by another character who was known as Quinn. Coincidental. And, these characters had, three videos so far? Right? 3?
I think so.
I believe. Because it was the thank you, and then the hand incident, and then the clone alien.
Oh, yeah. That sounds right.
Yeah, so these characters, those are the adventures of those characters. So, first question I have was, what was your first thought or reaction when I first asked you to be part of those videos? Did any, thought process come in your mind or anything like that?
I mean, I thought it was gonna be fun. It's just us, filming stuff, which you like to do.
Well, yeah, because that... Sorry, continue.
And I just got to hang out with you for, a couple hours, which was also great.
Yeah, I'll just say me and Quinn are very close. I'll just say that. But, I see what the thing is the first 2 videos, it was just me and you. It was me and you working out a couple scenes. But then when we got to the clone alien is when we started including, Bryce as Nick and then Devin as Lance. And, all these other characters. So...
Yeah. Which is great, honestly.
Yeah, we had a good time filming all that. I have bloopers I haven't uploaded yet because of other reasons. I'll probably end up uploading them eventually. But, yeah, we had a great time filming all that. I think so, anyways.
I would agree with that.
Speaking of...
Hit in the face with it.
Oh, yeah. Spoiler alert, in one of the bloopers, we're in the scene where it was them, I guess, exposing the alien. And, for one of the bloopers, it was a shot of Devin, I think, who was Lance. And we're sitting here getting ready to record. All of a sudden, in the background, you hear a smack! Like a whack! And then I see Devin go dead. He laughs and goes dead. I'm like, what the hell happened?
I got smacked in the face with that sword.
Did it that,
it was Bryce's fault.
Because he was trying to hit me. He was trying to hit me in the back, and then...
Yeah. It was just in the way.
Yeah, well, because you were right next to him, right?
Yeah. So, as he was, preparing the smack, I got hit in the face.
Yeah. Again, you guys will probably see that at some point. Well, you won't see it, but you'll
hear it.
Yeah, it's very noticeable. Speaking of all those, that the clone alien film itself, what did you think of that in regards of like the video itself? Because I know me and you sat down and watched it. What was your thoughts on that?
Honestly, I think you did a really like nice job on everything. Like, I don't know. It just kind of I don't know. I don't. Sorry.
Take your time.
It's also just been a while since I've like looked at that, and I kind of want to go back and like watch it at some point because it was really good, like really well put together.
I mean, I'm not trying to self-promote, but it's on my YouTube channel. Go subscribe now, and maybe you'll see it. Who knows?
I don't mean to self-promote, but go check out my YouTube channel.
I'm not trying to be that guy, but if we can hit 100K likes on this video, I will upload the next video in 2 hours.
Oh my god.
But yeah, you know, it's there whenever you want to watch it. I don't plan on deleting it. I'd hope it wouldn't go away at some point. We don't know with, you know, YouTube's new algorithm right now, so. But, I mean, yeah, it's right there. Go watch it. And again...
I'm gonna watch it right now, but like...
Yeah, not right now, but I mean, like, you know, in your free time. Because you clearly have a lot of free time.
Yeah. No schoolwork.
Right. And again, bloopers will be uploaded at some point. No clue when, but they will be. So...
Soon.
Adding more to that, what do you what was your thoughts? Nope, wait. Okay, what was it like acting as the character Quinn? Did it feel any different compared to like how you normally would act in these types of situations or scenarios, or anything like that?
I mean, like, script-wise, probably yeah, because I don't speak like that. But like, it's also playing the role of a different person, so like, I get it. It's not that big of a deal.
Again. Sorry, you go ahead.
Oh no, that was a thought.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah.
But I think it's, again, I always find it kind of interesting the fact that the character is named, you know, after you, because it's the exact same name. So I always found that that's why I asked that question, because I was like, you know, was it any different compared to like how you actually act, or but
I mean, I don't think so.
Then again, you probably also wouldn't be put in a scenario where you're abducted by aliens or anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
At least I hope not.
I mean, you never know.
Charles in real life. The clone alien actually happens.
2021 plans.
Moving on. What was your thoughts on because that whole series, the whole 3 videos was all based on a, you know, cute big storyline that I call the Quinn arc, because it was all about that Quinn character. So, what do you think? What was your thoughts on the whole just Quinn arc in general?
I think it was like a good idea. Like the build-up, I was not expecting. I genuinely like recording all 3 of the things. It felt like different things. I don't know. Oh my god, words.
Again, take
like,
your time.
From like from the start, it really didn't feel like it would grow into like one of your bigger like YouTube projects. It was like really chill and nice, and I don't know, it was just, it's a fun arc, like little story thing.
Yeah, I do, you know, I'm not trying to like, again, I keep doing this, but I'm not trying to like self-promote my stuff when I'm asking you questions, but I do plan on continuing the Charles series. I'm working on scripts and stuff right now. Obviously, we can't do any recording right now with the whole situation going on right now. But, in the future, I do plan on making more Charles videos with, Charles, Quinn, try to get the other guys, maybe introduce some new characters, we never know.
Yeah.
But I do plan on recording more Charles stuff more often, so...
I do.
Huh?
I said I look forward to that. It'll be fun.
Yeah, it should be. I hope so. The Charles series as a whole, like, just the expansion and stuff, do you think that it has do you think it has potential? Not like potential to be anything, just like, do you think it has potential to be a good series, I guess?
I mean, I've kind of seen some of the stuff, or at least like ideas of things that you've been working on, and I think like the concepts of the stuff like could be really, really cool, and I think you have like the ability to pull it all off.
Yeah, I hope so.
You can do it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I can, I'll work something out. I always got ideas in the back of my head of like, stuff I want to do, because my crazy mind's always, thinking up of new ideas at the most random amount of times.
Exactly. Just that's the easiest way to do it, honestly.
Right.
Writing is hard.
Writing is very hard, especially when you like run out. Like you have no idea what you want to do or how you want something to play out, because then you're sitting there like, well, now what?
Yeah, like, how do I keep going from this one idea into the next thing and keep people engaged with it all?
Right, because that's always been my main goal. I don't know about everyone else, but my main goal when it comes to like just making videos as a whole is to be entertaining for someone else to watch. Like,
yeah.
I always try, I say this a lot because I mean it, I always try to at least like get someone to smile,
Mm-hmm.
It's always been one of my goals. So I'm probably gonna... Okay, so moving on to a completely different subject, because now that we're done talking about me and my things, let's move on to, a little bit of what you do. Because you are also an artist online, isn't that correct?
Yeah.
Do you kind of want to
Artist.
maybe...
Very loose quotation marks.
Sorry, do what?
It's an artist with very loose quotation marks.
Well, I'd say you are. I see your drawings, and I see, most of the stuff. I'd say you are. But do you mind maybe giving, like, me and maybe some other people who don't know a explanation as to, like, what you do, what types of stuff you draw and stuff like that?
Sure. Most of my artwork is, like, it's digital artwork, so, like,
Right.
I use a computer and, like, a tablet and that kind of thing. It's digital. It's usually, like, flat colored. I don't do a whole lot of shading. It's very cartoony. It's like not realistic in the slightest.
I mean, it doesn't have to be realistic to be good art, but to be good.
Well, yeah, I know, but like style-wise,
Yeah, I get you. I actually, if you look on my banner on my YouTube channel, Quinn actually drew, my avatar on the right side, so that gives you an idea of what their drawing is. It's very good. Please check them out if you can. I'll find some way to link your stuff on my channel. Link your Instagram, is that what you said?
Oh, I said Twitter, Instagram, DeviantArt.
Well, we can work it out. We'll work it out. So, adding on to that subject, online, you're known as Stardust, but that wasn't always the case, because when I knew you and when I, first heard about your, artistic drawing stuff and whatnot, you were known as Fairy Tale Dream. Can you maybe give like a better, like an explanation as to the transition between the name change?
Sure. So, like, Fairy Tale Dream was just kind of, it's just kind of like how my aesthetic is. It, like, in the simplest form, I have like a very soft, like, daydreamer kind of aesthetic going on. So I was just like, screw it. Basic words, that's fine.
If it works, it works, right?
Exactly. But I decided to change it because I got kind of sick of just how long it was as a starter. And then one of my art music teachers said this quote that just kind of like really stuck with me, and it kind of changed like my entire like most
Life.
of my like, yeah, well, that and like my online like social media presence. It's where I got the Stardust. He just said that like we were all made of stardust and we all had like potential just waiting to like explode and blossom out, and that to me was just like really powerful because struggles,
Yeah, you're good. I get you.
So I changed like the stuff that I was passionate about, which is like my art and my music, to Stardust because
it sends a good message and gives you like
a
good. It gives a good vibe to you, right?
Yeah, exactly. It just makes me really happy. So
that's always a good thing.
Yeah.
So, in regards to like what you draw and stuff like that, from what I see, you draw like you draw humanoid characters, but then you also draw a bunch of like animal characters. Which would you say is your favorite kind, like favorite ones to draw, humanoid or animals, and why?
I don't really have like a preference as to like what kind of character, like humanoid, animals, in between, it doesn't really matter to me. I would say each one has its like difficulties, but also their own rewards. Like humans are really hard to draw because hands suck, and
that's one thing you've always told me is like hands suck to draw.
Man, they're so weird. Like, why are they like okay?
Man, five-fingered things are not cool.
Yeah, no, especially because fingers are like so weird, and they like you can't just like draw like ovular shapes and like that's a hand, because it won't look right, and it just not fun.
Right.
But like with like animals, you don't have to worry about that because it's just a paw. But like
probably depends on the animal you draw, right?
Well, yeah, but like I'm not drawing usually like animals that have hands. I could, I just don't.
Animals that have hands. Oh yeah,
like monkeys. Or like...
Yeah, that was the first thought that came in my head.
Evolution.
Evolution.
Yeah.
So, well, I mean, sorry, continue.
No, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, like, you touched on the subject of, like, difficulties and struggles and stuff of drawing humanoid characters, but would you say there's any difficulties or struggles in drawing, like, animal characters as well?
Oh, yeah, legs are weird. I'm like, legs, like back legs, are like really weird to draw because the positioning of them can be really strange, and then like depending on like the way that like paws are bent or like changed, it can also just be really weird, like different perspectives and stuff like that. Fur is also kind of weird for me because I never started drawing, like, I didn't start off drawing it, so I'm not, like, as used to drawing it, if that makes sense.
Right. You didn't come out, start drawing Mozart.
Right.
But, yeah, I get you.
But also, like, reward-wise, like, finishing any art piece is just, like...
It's a good feeling.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah. It's just, like, accomplishment for the day.
Yeah. It's probably again, it's a good... Feels good, probably. Especially depending on, like, how long it takes. That's another thing. How long do you think it usually takes you to make, like, one, I guess, drawing of a character?
If we're talking, like, just basic flat-colored full body, it usually takes me a couple of hours, maybe, like, 3 or 4, because I go through, like, multiple different, like, phases. So I go through, like, the initial, like, baseline sketch phase that has, like, all of the guidelines and stuff like that. And I go in and, like, refine the sketch, and then I go to my line art, and then the coloring, and coloring the line art in after that. So
that's real dedication right there, folks. That's real dedication right there. And that's not even me being sarcastic. That's me being legit. Like, that's real good dedication. Because it's something you're passionate about.
Yeah. I mean, some people do more. More than that, I just don't think it's really necessary, at least not for me. But, like, whatever you gotta do to get your art to look the way you want it to.
Right. You do what you gotta do to make something look good, I guess.
Yeah.
I want to point off something right now. If there is any, like, artists or anything out there watching this right now, I am very sorry if I'm, like, offending anybody in any way, because I don't know what I'm saying is, like, good or bad.
I don't think you would be. I don't know why anything that you said would be offensive.
Well, I get you never know. I'm just saying I'm not into that whole community, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah. I mean, I think you're okay, so...
Yeah, you'd probably have a big saying when it comes to that.
Probably not a big say, but, like, enough of the say.
Yeah. So another things when it comes to, like, making OCs, original characters and stuff like that, do you remember drawing, or do you remember who was your first OC that you've drawn off the top of your head?
Yes, so, like, humanoid-wise, it is, like, I still have this character to this day. Her name is, I call her M, and I've had her since, God, like, 2013?
That'd be, 7 years by now.
Yeah.
Wow, you've had that character for 7 years.
Yeah. She started as, like, a character for stories that I would write with my older brother and stuff like that, so...
And then did she just kind of, like, turn into your icon, stuff like that, or...?
Kind of, since I draw, like, more animals now than I do people. She's not, like, as active, but she's still, like, super important to me. And I know that, like, the people around me, we're developing, like, a whole big story thing for all of, like, our main human characters that she is a part of. It's currently, like, a novel in progress.
That should be cool, though, when it's finished.
Yeah, if it ever finishes.
You never know. I'm sure it will, because... I'm sure, because you're also talented yourself, so I'm sure it will be.
Thank you. I hope so.
So...
It'll be nice when it's finished.
It'll be nice when it's finished?
Yeah, like, rewarding to work on it for so long.
Yeah, because it's like you said earlier ago, because you were like, finishing a drawing is a good feeling. I feel like, with you, when you finish this novel, it'll be a great feeling, because not only is it something that you worked on, but it's also something that you, and like you said, other people have been working on. So I assume that it'd be like a greater feeling, because it's like, I did this with these people too.
Yeah, it'd be like a group accomplishment.
Right. It'd be like finishing a group project at school or something. I don't know if it'd be that, because you don't really feel that rewarding when you finish a group project at school.
Group project with like a bunch of your friends, but like it took 7 years to make.
Okay. Well, so you touched on the subject of like your first humanoid character. Do you remember who your first animal character was?
Yes, they were a like brown floppy-eared dog with like pink nose. They were really sweet. I think their name was like Ellie or something like that. Elliot. I don't know. They were just like a cute little dog. I don't.
You keep saying they was and stuff like that. Was there like a reason for that? Like, did you just stop drawing them or anything like that, or?
So I do like character trades, so I can like trade somebody else's design for like money or other artwork or like a different character. And that's what happened with him. Somebody else owns him right now.
But that was a trade. Sorry.
Yeah, it was a trade. I got somebody else for him.
So that person got that character. You got a character from that person, and correct? Do you still own that character, or did you trade again?
Yeah, they're one of my like main mascots currently.
For the animal, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, last question. I feel like you kind of already answered this, but I'll ask anyway. Who is your favorite OC? Just out of like, drawing and then, history, stuff like that. Who is your favorite OC of yours?
Like history-wise, I again would have to go with like my main human girl, because I've had her for so long. She just means so much to me.
Right, you have like a personal connection with her.
Yeah. Animal-wise, I would probably have to go with one of my main sonas. Their name is Jupiter. They're just.
I'm sorry. What was their name?
Jupiter, like after the planet. They're just really, really pretty, and I don't know. I just really connect with like the design and the colors, and I just kind of like threw all of my personality at them, and that's just kind of who they are, and it's just nice to have them around to draw. They're really easy to draw for me. Yeah.
So you enjoy this character and you enjoy drawing it too.
And like seeing other people draw them is also like really cool.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'd probably say that's all the questions I have written down, so I guess that would have to be all the questions I have for you. So,
cool.
Thank you for, coming on the podcast. Thank you for letting me ramble on and talk to you and ask you questions.
I mean, I had a good time, so...
That's all that matters, right?
Thank you for inviting me. Yeah, thank you for having me on your podcast. This was fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get more people. I believe you're technically the third, but I don't know if I'd really count my first episode as an actual podcast, so...
Who else has been on?
So, as of right now, when we're recording this, there first was a good friend of mine named Frankie, and then after that was my brother, Dr. Ebird. The difference, though, between recording with Dr. Ebird and recording with Frankie was, first of all, age. I was very, very young when I recorded with Frankie. So, I didn't know any better. And it wasn't much of a podcast as much as it was, like, us just sitting there and talking about random things. Because, like, it wasn't even a podcast session either. Because, like, you know, when you see podcasts now, mostly what they are is they're just like a picture and then the audio, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that. All it was just us literally sitting there, crouched up at my desk, recording with my tablet. Like, talking to each other.
Sounds like a great time. Some podcasts can be like that, though. They're fun.
Yeah, but I definitely would think, like, recording with my brother, Dr. Ebird, it was a lot more professional compared to, like, it was recording with Frankie. And I don't mean that as, like, you know, I didn't like recording with Frankie. I recorded multiple videos with Frankie. I would love to continue recording videos with Frankie, but, again, we're in a time and place of time where that's not available right now.
Yeah.
But, I want to try it with this time right now. I want to try and do this more often. I want to try and get more guests. So,
yeah,
yeah, I'm glad.
It'd be a fun project to look forward to.
Right, and it's easy for me to do. It's easy for me to edit as well. So it works out. It works out great in the end. But yeah, I'm glad you had a good time. I'm glad, you know. Again, I thank you for allowing me to ask you these questions and being on the podcast.
Fun. This is good.
Cool. And then for the rest of you, I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, maybe subscribe while you're at it. If you need me, you can find me in all my videos. Please go to the link. Please go to the description. Check out Quinn or Stardust. Check out their amazing, very talented stuff, please. And I will see you all in the future. Bye.